Hey, good morning, everyone. Grace and peace. My name is Paul Dezay. I pastor Sandy Hook United Methodist Church here in Columbus, Indiana. It's good to be with you on this Wednesday for our weekly devotion and update of all things Sandy Hook. So it's good to be with you. Hope you're having a great week so far. Weather's been good here in Columbus. The title of the devotion is The Sacred Mission of Mother Teresa. Sacred Mission of Mother Teresa. My personal motto, my life motto, is a phrase inspired by Mother Teresa. It's called "Little things done with great love will change the world." If you have been a part of Sandy Hook, recently you've heard us say that every week during our Eastertide sermon series. Mother Teresa really lived that phrase out. And as an inspiration to me. And so about, 15 years ago, that phrase came to me, and it's been my life motto ever since. And it's really been a kind of a philosophy of ministry, is that, the world's going to change through our little everyday actions, as everyday life missionaries. We love our neighbors and love spreads, right? But digging a little bit into the life of Mother Teresa has been an interesting adventure over the last few weeks for me. I have always heard the stories of how Mother Teresa ministered in Calcutta, India, the slums, and ministered to the lowest of lows, the marginalized, the broken, those that were dying, those that nobody else would love, and took care of them and showed God's love to these people. And that calling was as an inspiration, right? A few weeks ago, I read something that really shocked me about her life, is that she did not consider herself a social activist. She did not consider herself a social servant. During her Nobel Peace Prize acceptance speech, she considered herself a contemplative. That's contemplative. And by that, she considered her first and foremost somebody who prayed. And that's where her calling was fueled by. I find that fascinating. We live in a world that's all about results, right? It's all about fruitfulness. But Mother Teresa reminds us of something incredibly important. It's that intimacy with God. It's that prayer that fuels mission, right? It's kind of a prayer is the furnace that fuels the mission for our lives and for our churches. And so that intimacy that comes, that communion that comes through contemplation and prayer, through silence and solitude, fuels the mission to love our neighbors as ourselves, fuels that phrase, little things done with great love will change the world. But love comes from that relationship with God. We take a look at the life of Jesus. Who did Jesus hang out with? Jesus hung out with the marginalized. Jesus hung out with people that nobody else wanted to hang out with. And the more that we commune with God, and the more that we commune with Jesus, the more the Spirit of Christ communes with us, the more that love that Jesus gave to the least of these will kind of empower us to do the same. And so the prayer fuels, empowers, equips us to do the mission that God has called us to. Mother Teresa being exemplify of that idea. So I really believe that little things done with great love will change the world. And that fuel comes from a time in prayer. And if we don't spend time with Jesus, if we focus more on results and the mission without that intimacy, it will lead to exhaustion and burnout and bitterness and resentment. So it's incredibly important that we allow first things first, our relationship with Jesus, our in calling the world to see Jesus' kingdom. Prayer reminds us that we His will would be done. It's prayer in heaven, or here in Columbus we say, "In." There you go. Hopefully this week you to spend time with Jesus, commune with Him, even if it's just a few moments. Reflect. Just allow your inner voice to connect with the Creator of the entire universe. He's with us. He's with you. Some announcements from Sandy Hook stuff. All right. we're doing a sermon series in July called Burning Questions, and which is really, really fun. It's kind of like a you asked for it. You get to ask me questions, and we're going to pick those questions and answer them as our sermons during the month of July. There are 5 Sundays in July, so we're going to pick 5 questions. So we need questions. Some already questions have come in, and we're excited about answering those, but we need your questions. You can drop them in the box on the Next Step table in the back of the sanctuary, or email me at pastorpaul@sandyhook.org, and we will do our very best to answer those questions. Super excited about that. So burning questions. What questions are burning within you? It could be topical questions. It could be theological questions. It could be social issues. I mean, there's a million ways to go with this, and I know you have some questions, so make sure to get them to me. And please turn them in by Father's Day. That's the last Sunday to turn in questions, because I need time to prepare the sermons. There is a VBS prep party. Vacation Bible School is next week on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and on Tuesday night, next Tuesday, May 30th at 7 o'clock at First Lutheran, there will be a prep party. And so come and help get everything ready for Vacation Bible School. If you have any questions, contact Melissa. Prayer, Praise, and Pickleball is back starting on Wednesday, May 31st. That's next Wednesday. And so that'll take place in the parking lot. So I encourage you to come out and have some fun. Invite your neighbors, friends to come out and play some pickleball and enjoy some community time. United Women in Faith will be meeting on Tuesday, June 6th at 11 a.m. at the Applebee's in Taylorsville. Marion Marshall is our contact for that, so you can reach out to her. Her phone number will be in the newsletter. Graduation Sunday is Sunday, June 11th, and we're going to be celebrating 2 people who are graduating from high school, but we would like to know if there is anyone else out there who's graduating from elementary, junior high, high school, college, PhD, whatever. Let us know, and send a bio in and a picture to the office so we can celebrate your graduate. Father's Day brunch will be on Sunday, June 18th, in between the 2 services. 9:45 to 11, we'll have brunch just like we did for Mother's Day. Celebrate the men in our lives and in the church through a good time of food and fellowship. So looking forward to that. And then looking to keep in mind forward, some days, July 5th is meal. July 9th for service, and that'll be 11 service and pick. Let's see, then July 22nd is our annual Salvation Army car show. And then 5th, and I do believe there's a movie night in June, men's, some other things. So please take a look at the newsletter. My friends, I hope you have a great week. Grace and peace to you. Take care.